Rob Edwards here, and this is Talking About Rock, sponsored by School of Rock, North Buffalo. I am so excited to have today's guest with us to talk about their new album, Kill the Beautiful, out September 23rd, from Scream Taker, Buffalo Music Hall of Fame member Jim Crean, and the legendary drummer, Vinny Appice. We also have with us Charlie Cav, the owner of DEKO Entertainment, and Artie, Dillon, the producer of the album. How's everyone doing today?
Hey, what's up, Rob?
Good. Hey, what's going on?
Good. Sorry, I was
Great
late.
to be here, Rob.
Thank you guys for joining. We really appreciate it. So I was going to start off, I guess we might as well start off talking to Charlie first and tell us about DEKO a little bit, right? This is a new venture maybe for you guys starting up?
Yeah, it is. It's been around for about 2 years. Myself and my partner, Bruce, started it, like I said, about 2 years ago. We got distribution through 88 Warner Brothers. And in the past 2 years, it's really grown fairly quickly. And we've got, 50 plus artists, 70 or 80 releases out already. So we're pretty happy with the progress. We're happy with the folks we work with. I mean, Scream Taker's great, which is awesome. I think we got introduced through their manager. We also work with Vinny's brother Carmine on some projects.
Oh no!
Yeah, did you know that, Vinny? Oh! I just blew this whole interview.
Keep talking. I'll be right back. I got.
Anyway, so yeah, so we've been around for a while. We got a bunch of projects coming up. We have actually a John Entwistle project just went on the pre-sale yesterday. So we have like a volume 1, a volume 2. So much unreleased stuff we found in the archives through his John Entwistle band partner Steve Luongo and John's son Chris. So we got a lot of cool stuff coming up with that. And we kind of run the gamut. We've got a brand new Tiffany record. I don't know if I should say that on a metal show, but it's pretty rocking. Actually, Tracy Guns plays on a track, and the rest.
Okay, well that makes it rocking then, right?
Yeah, they actually do this great cover of "Keep on Swinging" from Rival Sons, and it's like LA Guns with Tiffany front.
Nice. Yeah, we'll be talking to Rival Sons coming up. Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty badass. So we got that, and we do a lot of stuff with the Bouchard brothers, formerly of Blue Oyster Cult. So we got those folks 10 years after. Dave Bickler from Survivor. We got another record coming out from him. Just lots of cool stuff in the works. And besides doing the records, we have a full production company. So we're working on some documentaries. One of them will be the band Union. We've got that in the works. We just did some reissues for them. We've got the Angel documentary in the works, which that's my moonlighting gig on the side. And then we just got involved with a bunch of graphic novels. We've got a great one, the Blue Oyster Cult story, Imaginos, that was created by Sandy Pearlman. We're working on Albert with. So that's going to be a comic book coming out and a couple more after that. It's just lots of really cool entertainment, multimedia things happening. So I think me and Artie are going to have to talk afterwards because I think we gotta hook up on some stuff. So
excellent. So a lot of cool stuff going on at DEKO Entertainment. So let's get into what we want to talk about here for the Kill the Beautiful album. So Jim, why don't you tell us about writing this album actually? So I think it actually started out, it was going to be a Jim Crean record, right?
That's not Jim. That's Jim's shadow.
Oh yeah, Jim. Maybe we can shed some light on the darkness there.
Jim's silhouette.
Hey, I'm Jim's dark.
That's his alter ego, Jim Cream.
Cream. Oh, the Iceman, or Vinny. The Iceman.
Yeah, Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze. They call me. Yeah. So I mean, what happened was, it was during COVID when we started writing this album. Me and Steph Hond out of France. He's played with Paul Diano from Iron Maiden and Hollywood Monsters, a bunch of stuff. So me and Vinny been working with Steph for a few years now, and we just started writing songs, me and Steph, and we didn't know what it was going to be for, Green album or whatever. And the songs were just coming out real heavy, like real just heavy songs. And as we were writing these songs, I finally said to Steph, I go, we got to get Vinny involved in this because this is right up Vinny's alley.
Exactly. So Vinny, when he brought these tunes to you, what did you think? Did you think this was really something special you heard, or what were your first thoughts?
Yeah, when I heard them, I loved the songs. I loved the chords and the mood and lyrics, everything. It was, as Jim said, up my alley. Yeah. And he sent a couple of songs. I said, oh man, I love this stuff, the heavier, the better. And it just fit my style. So I put some drums down on the first couple of tracks, and it really gelled. I love the way it was written. I like the Stefan has some strange chords sometimes. You know, I worked with him on his actual solo record. That was a while ago, and I like the way he writes. I like the way he changes up the chords and the structures and stuff.
Yeah, the
And Jim
changes
and
are really cool, and a lot of
Yeah.
the tracks you have a little bit of a Sabbath overtone, and there's a little bit of Dio in there feel to some of the stuff too, which I really like.
Yeah, yeah. When I first played it after I did the drums and we listened to it, it was like the whole room went dark and a howling wind came in and freaked me out.
And the candles went out. And,
Oh, no, the candles got blown out. Yeah, everything. It was like, oh, this is right. It's cool. And then we had a
Excellent.
master mixer, Artie, Dillon.
yeah, I was gonna say, Artie. So what was it like
He's-
working with these guys here? Producer Artie Dillon.
Artie's here too. I can't believe it. It was really, it was a huge learning process for me because from a production standpoint, and I know Charlie can probably attest to this, when you work with a lot of people that aren't at Vinny's level or Steph's level or Jim's level, production-wise, you find yourself starting your mix by fixing a lot of stuff. And I started the record with the perspective of, okay, I'm going to treat the drums this way, I'm going to treat the vocal that way, I'm going to treat the guitars and bass this way. And the first mix I sent back to Vinny, Vinny goes, yeah, the mix sounds great, but that's not my drum sound. You made me sound like Greg Bissonette or somebody. So I had to really
Hey, Greg's a great
reapproach.
drummer.
So,
But it
so it
wasn't
was
my
like
sound.
that. It wasn't Vinny's sounds. And I feel like, here's the first time where I'm trying to, adding samples and trying to make it sound super modern. Long story short, too late. I realized like, this is the first time, this is like a producer engineer's dream to work with things that they're already good. There's very little I have to do to make them sound good. Put the faders up and it's all there. So the more natural I made things, the better they sounded, the more realistic they sounded. And I think sonically, I know Jim, we had talked about it previously, was really getting something that evokes the era of Holy Diver, Last in Line, that sort of era of record. And reading a bunch of interviews with Angelo and stuff, I tried to sort of recreate digitally that mix chain with emulations of Neve consoles and analog tape, and tried to sort of invoke a little bit of how that album was mixed. Those albums were mixed and just greater stuff in that era. And I think we got really close because and everybody who asked me about the record, I often say, if there was a sequel to that era of Dio, it would be this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. The
I-
album's outstanding lyrically and musically, and there's a lot, like I was saying a minute ago, there's a lot of those hints. There's like those Sabbathy riffs and those Sabbathy drums, and there's the Dio charging guitar riffs. It's definitely, there's all parts of that in there. Other stuff too, but that's definitely a big part of a lot of the tracks,
Yeah, I love the production, Artie, and it's interesting to know that you actually went the other way and kind of fell back into this. Because Vinny, I mean, you've got a very unique sound. I mean, you can definitely tell it's you when you're playing.
Oh, definitely. There's no doubt.
I did
There's no
those
doubt.
drums here in this room, but when I told Artie we got to get my drums down, those drums are growling. He didn't process them, over process them, and I love the sound on this album. They're
Yeah,
just like badass. Boom. So what? It rings a little bit.
Yeah,
you
it
know,
sounds
who
like a
gives
really
shit?
clean drum tracks to me. That's what I get.
Yeah, but they're really, there's no gates, there's no, it's raw. It's great drum sound that fits those songs. Artie did an amazing job.
Yeah, I really like the tracks I've been listening
Thank
to.
you. Thank you so much, man.
He did
Well-
an amazing job, but we probably won't use him on the next record.
Right.
They're already looking for somebody else next record. All right. All right. So let's talk about the single you guys released, Stone Cold. Jim, tell us about the first single there. I keep singing it over in my head, if that's any clue, but
That
You
was
gotta
the
be
first song.
loud in your head. Sing it over loud.
Yeah, that was the first one we did, and what happened was a buddy of mine, Robbie Tatak from the Goo Goo Dolls. As a matter of fact, today I'm leaving for that tonight.
yeah, I'll see you there later. Yeah.
Is that right? He does this thing called Music is Art. So at that time when we recorded Stone Cold, he called me and said, "Well, I'm I want to finance a video for you, and I want you to be the premier guy that I want to premiere this video for Music is Art. So I called Vinny and I called Steph. I said, let's make a video. And it's really all we were going to do with it. It's kind of for Music is Art. And we did like it was pretty wild, right, Finn? We did like a horror type.
Yeah, I didn't
movie.
actually know what it was going to be for. And Jim just said it's a horror thing. So
Yeah.
I fucking put some glasses on.
Yeah, it was cool.
But it's weird.
It's
Big
weird, but
props
cool,
and
man.
I had
different.
Yeah. So the video's fucking crazy.
It is.
I'm sorry. Can you say crazy?
You can say whatever you want, man. This is the internet. You can say whatever you fucking want.
So yeah,
So-
check that
Alright.
video out.
Yeah, we're gonna play the fucking video for Stone Cold here. We'll be right back with these guys in just one moment on Talking About Rock.
How can you say that it's over?
So we had to sit for.
All right, we're back here on Talking About Rock. Just checked out the video for Stone Cold. Excellent. So I've been listening to the tracks, last couple days here, and I wanted to kind of talk about them a little bit individual, if we could, more in depth a little bit. The one that really struck me as I really liked was Eternity. Lyrically, musically, really sounds like a radio song, a favorite playlist song for sure, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Just the way it comes across.
Which one is that? I don't know.
Jim, you remember
Same with
what I'm
Led
talking about,
Zeppelin.
Jim?
I don't know the titles, but I know the riffs because I'm the riff man.
You're the riff man. So Jim, do you know what I'm talking about with Eternity?
Which one is that, Jim?
I'm trying to think too. That one was yeah. Yeah, that was a good one.
Where you
That's a
keep
good
saying
song.
Eternity.
That's catchy. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that track. So we'll move on. So the other one that I really liked a lot was Blind Man.
Oh yeah.
You definitely, Jim, you hit your vocal stride here for sure. It was great guitar runs, definitely from Steph. And the band really pulls together on this track big time. A big force on that tune.
Well, I mean, three of us, me, Vinny, and Steph wrote these songs. So what happened was the three of us would write kind of, like, Steph would send me the music, then I would write all the lyrics and all the melodies. And then I'd shoot over to Vinny, and Vinny would write the drums and then rearrange stuff, So Vinny did a lot of rearrangements. And it was cool because the three of us really just kind of used our own little way of writing songs and wrote them together that way. So the songs really came together really cool. And like you said before, you were saying about like, or maybe Artie said it about Dio, like that wasn't the intention. We just wanted to make a good record. And it just kind of happened to fall that way.
There's just those little bits and pieces of overtones in some of the songs, there's some of the drum tracks or some of the guitar, definitely that feel, definitely in one of the later songs I wanted to talk about. But the other one that was kind of different for me, when you're reading the title of it, Curse of the Werewolf, it's almost like a love song, almost, in a sense.
That's my favorite one.
Great lyrics on that, by the way. I really like that. Yeah.
I watched the movie Curse of the Werewolf that day. And I did. I watched the movie that day and I was like, but I wrote the songs totally written about different of that. It's nothing to do with that.
Right.
It was about a guy who was, bitten by a werewolf and kind of, and then be stuck to be this for the rest of his life. And then he started doing it. And so the words on that one, I really took my time to write that. But Vinny played. What I liked about that one was Vinny, especially that one, because we're no ballads. We didn't want any ballads, no love songs, no cheesy love songs. This album's full throttle metal rock song album. Yeah. And so that song is a ballad, I guess you'd call it, but it's heavy.
Yeah, it's a slower song. Like I said, it's almost like a love song, like Curse of the Werewolf. You're not thinking it's going to be what it is, right? When you get that, when you hear that title.
My favorite one on the album, though.
But
Artie did a hell of a
cool
job
track.
producing.
Yeah, that's a great
track. The
track.
whole album has a tone to it. The tone of this album is, heavy. It's dark. It's Sabbathy, a bit Dio.
Yeah, definitely. I want to get into that more. So the other tracks that are definitely stand out for that.
No fucking love songs and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other tracks that stand out, Burning Flame, there's definitely a driving Geo force for Burning Flame, for sure. Love that track.
That song, me too. I listened to that one, and Artie did a hell of a job. And literally, that was like one of my least favorite ones, Burning Flame. That was one of the last ones we wrote. And if you remember, Vinny, we needed one more song because I told Charlie we're going to give him 12 songs. So that was the last one we did, was Burning Flame. So I sent it over to Vin. And I came back and I was like, okay, just bang this song out type of thing. Yeah. And so that's kind of what, in my opinion, at first it was just a bang out song, right? And then I sent it over to Artie, and before you know it, he sent it back to me, and I went, holy shit, this is like one of my favorite songs.
Definitely.
When Artie got a hold of it, man, it all came together.
Definitely a great track. Another track I really like was Frontline. That's almost like a call to arms in that song that kind of gets you pumped and gets you riled. I really like that track a lot. The other one, Shine On, it's at the beginning of that, just got that Sabbath groove. It's like guys reinvented Hand of Doom or something with that song. That's the feel I get. That's the sound I get. I don't know if that was like thought about it all or in the mix or anything, but when I hear that, that's what beckons back to me. You know what I mean? That's why I get the Sabbath and all the Dio influence and stuff like that's what I hear.
And then when the album sounds sonically good and heavy, like you want to crank it up, And hear those sounds, the tones of everything, So
Definitely, definitely. And the other track that's
it's
really
just too bad we're not using Artie again. That's all.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Artie,
that
man, what
other guy is
happened
a
on
huge
this
pain in the
album,
ass
bud?
anyway.
Yeah, it's pain.
Yeah, I
Yeah, she
wish-
sends me the track. I go, Artie, put the snare up a little bit more. Come on, Artie.
Artie had a great freshman release, but unfortunately, time has come. Great job, Artie.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
it's
they're
amazing.
busting on you, Artie. We'll have to talk later, man. Let me know what's going on.
It doesn't get any better than this record, so I'm just going to retire after this. So
There
it's
you
great.
go. You can't beat this record, so you left on a high note.
I'm the Jerry Seinfeld of metal production.
Oh man. Another track I really like, Jim, because I love the lyrics. These words you speak. Outstanding
Yeah.
drums, great
Yeah.
guitar tracks on this, and another song where the vocals and the music just gel right together for me.
That one, Vinny arranged that one because initially it was a mess, really. The song.
Oh yeah,
was-
yeah. I
Remember that?
Yeah.
There's so many different parts, and I came up with so many ideas, and the words were just cool. The words were really good, but it wasn't really flowing. And then Vinny said, "Hang on," and in Vinny's expertise, he took it and he chopped it up and kind of rearranged it, and then we re-recorded it. And now it's a really cool tune.
I think it's an outstanding song on there for sure. It's an outstanding album. I love the Sabbath and Dio influences for all us metal fans out there. Definitely, it's great.
Yeah.
And I got one quick thing for Vinny. I got one quick thing for you. Why the hell are you not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? That's all I want to know.
Because they're a bunch of fucking assholes.
That's all I want to know. Why you're not in there? That's only my only
Come
question,
on.
really, for you.
I mean, Sabbath wasn't in it for how long, right? They got in it, and I've been to that place, and there wasn't really much of Ronnie in there either.
Right.
You
I
know,
stood
I
in front of one showcase
one
of
little
metal
fucking
stuff,
thing,
and that was
you know?
it.
It's like this Ronnie, come on, Rainbow, Man on the Silver Mountain, Long Live Rock and Roll, and then Sabbath, Heaven and Hell album, and the rest of the albums we did, and then Dio, and he's only in there for like this 12-inch square placemat or something, and
Yeah.
they'll mention me, it's like, hey, you know what? I've been around, I'm still around from all these years, so I guess it doesn't count for anything,
Yeah, I think it's crazy. We all know that they don't really have their shit together there, and I don't know what it took to get Judas Priest in this year, but they're finally going in.
They're
but-
not in there. Come on.
Yeah, I know. It took like we had to move a boulder, and then Dolly Parton was going to be put in. Weird shit. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah. I
And
just
one
wanted to.
note, on a
It
note
doesn't
on
make
that,
any sense. Doesn't make any sense. at all.
Dolly Parton, she's heavy, man.
Well, she actually stepped
top
down.
heavy.
She stepped
I
down. She
know.
said, "I don't want to go in. I don't
But then
deserve to
she
be in."
changed
And
her
she's
mind.
right. You're not a rocker. I love you, Dolly Parton, but you're not a rocker.
Actually,
Holy
that's what I
Diver
should
album.
say. How come you're not in the Hall of Fame? I didn't want to go in, I'm hanging out with Dolly, and we didn't want to.
You got better things going on. Or are you
The
gonna
next
say,
Dream
Jim?
Taker record is going to feature Dolly Parton, so it's going to be great.
nice. I was just
Why
going to say
not?
the Holy Diver album influenced pretty much every
Everybody.
musician from
That should
my
be in there.
generation.
That should be in
Well,
the.
I'd say definitely, yeah, definitely.
That my
I say-
generation.
I
of-
say
of
Holy Diver
musicians.
and Live
And Heaven and
Evil,
Hell.
Heaven
And
and
Heaven and
Hell.
Hell.
Heaven and Hell.
Heaven-
Yeah.
Heaven and Hell too.
Heaven
But
and
Holy
Hell
Diver,
for me was like a huge album. When I that's still one of my favorite albums.
which one?
Every
So much
time-
stuff was built on.
I meet people like, oh man, Holy Dive, Dave Grohl,
Yeah,
when
that's what I
see him
mean.
here and there,
And those
he's
guys are all my
totally
generation of musicians.
influenced by that album, They
Yeah.
even
Exactly.
went to Sound City to record their album, Nirvana, because there was a platinum Holy Diver on the wall. And they said, that's it, we got to record here. This album was done here. I mean, there's a great influence on so many
Yeah, I
people.
think there should be like a metal.
We
Hall
didn't
of
know, we
Fame or
just made a
something
good
for
record,
real
you know?
music. You
we
know,
just did what we did, and
yeah.
it became this legendary thing. So just went double platinum, and it's been a while, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, one of my favorite albums for sure. Heaven and Hell, Bob Rules, Live Evil. Love that stuff.
Yeah, I haven't heard that in years. Yeah.
What great stuff. So what else you guys got going on? I heard that you might have some touring maybe popping up, maybe Brazil, maybe South America. Jim or Vinny, you guys got any info on that?
Well, I'm going out with Last in Line in about 10 days. We're doing a couple of shows, and then we got a couple of shows in October. Then November we do like 2 weeks, and some in December. So I'm going to be doing that. And luckily, I've been doing a live stream Tuesday, 4 p.m. LA time on Facebook.
Yeah, I catch those every once in a while. Yep.
Actually, I played a couple of these songs, on there, and that kept me in shape. I've been doing it for over 2 years. It was supposed to be like a 4-month thing, and they kept saying, "Well, my drum company sponsors it. You want to keep going?" I said, "Yeah." So every Tuesday I do this, and it's kept me in shape. It makes me practice. It's fucking great, So, and I played these songs many times on it, and people go, "Wow, who's that?"
Yeah.
And the other songs I play, I keep getting the copyright thing going up. You
Right. Yeah, you're not the only one, right? Yeah.
copyright thing. I go, fuck you. I'm on the fucking record. Why? Your audio has been muted in.
Yeah, you can't play more than like 20
Oh,
seconds or something. Yeah.
Wait, what? I'm not selling anything on here. So when I play our stuff right now, I don't have that problem. And stuff I did with Carmine, that's not a problem. But I can't play. I think I played Holy Diver. What did I play? One of the songs, and all of a sudden I saw all the views go down, trickle down. They were like live about 200 views. It went all the way down to 38. I went, uh-oh. Now what did they do? So I told everybody, let's log on again. I logged on. They were all back. So they cut the views because
They cut the feed. Yeah, they stopped the feed. Yeah.
Assholes.
Yeah, they blocked it. Yep. It happens. Yeah, definitely.
But then yet they can put on a live stream of the guy shooting people the other day.
Right.
That's okay.
Right.
That nobody checked that before, like a delay.
Right.
Like,
That's a very, very good point. It's only when it matters it's
Cut
money.
that out.
Doesn't matter if it's somebody dying. It just matters if it's money.
Yeah. It's like that guy got on and then I get cut for playing my song.
No, it's crazy how quick they take it down too. It's like in a matter of minutes, if not seconds.
I'm
right?
playing a song and I'm looking and going, holy shit. All
It's
views
the
went down.
algorithm that they use, and
Yeah.
there's a couple of tricks that we might be able to. We'll talk another time, and there's
really?
a couple of ways around that. But yeah, the algorithm that they use, it's not somebody. At least on YouTube, it's a different story because I've come up against that on my YouTube channel with a bunch of stuff not being capable or copyright strikes against it. But long story short, Facebook is a different story, and it's been very dangerous since the end of 2020 when they everybody was going online and trying to monetize their live streams, and they put the kibosh on that immediately. So the algorithm has this criteria that it uses, and it grabs you immediately.
Yeah, we don't do that many live streams on our show anymore on Facebook, and the algorithms on YouTube are just a pain in the butt. I almost dropped YouTube altogether and just decided to go to all the streaming services because it's just
it's crazy what we could do, at least for anything that's in the Warner Brothers family. We can get the sites whitelisted, so they won't pull the stuff down for you. I mean, that's just a record. Yeah, I mean, maybe hit me up, Vinny, and we can work out at least for that. Because I think the Sabbath stuff and Dio stuff will be in the Warner Brothers family. If I'm not
Oh yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
That's why.
So maybe we can work on that for you. And it's just, if you don't do it ahead of time, that's exactly what happens. And we have even on our sites.
Phil, my bass player, said, "Well, you can." What do you tell them I'm going to be playing this song and I'm on the writing of the song, I'm on the album, all that. And I said, but I'm doing this every week.
Right.
Am
I gonna have to call you every week and ask you?
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, yeah. And I've even taken some intros out. Maybe that would squeak by, but that didn't work either. But
Appice Brothers channel. There you go. Appice Brothers channel. Do your own.
I tried Holy Diver. This is the Holy Diver. The streams went all the way down. So I went, oh fuck, okay. So then I go on Facebook and I see this really hot looking chick playing Holy Diver on drums.
Right.
She got 2 million views. So I went back, how does she get 2 million views? And I can't even play the song. So I played half a Holy Diver on a video and put it up, and that was okay, but you can't stream it.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Yep, that's
Yeah.
definitely it. So I don't know if we touched on them, but the tour dates for Brazil, South America. Jim, do you have any info about what's going on with it yet?
Jim's the
Tim-
man.
Well, nothing yet. I mean, we have a couple offers in Brazil. And then, you know, like Vinny said, he's going out with Last in Line and doing some great shows with them. And they're a great band as well, Last in Line. Vin, you got a new single that came out.
Yeah, we got an EP coming out in November. A single we did, Day in the Life by the Beatles. It's a cool thing with a cool video. That's out now, so that's doing
Cool,
good.
cool. And you guys going to be bringing back your Drum Lord show again?
We hope so. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we do great. Artie's in it with us.
Carmine's in charge of that.
Yeah.
He's the man
Excellent,
with
excellent.
that.
Hope to see you out in Buffalo doing that again. I caught that a while back and
But
I
Carmine
loved it.
keeps forgetting the parts and stuff, you know. and playing and-
Oh
I'm
my
going, "What
gosh.
the fuck? He
Oh,
skipped
Artie,
over
they're
the
just
other
busting you,
part."
man.
Yeah.
What's up?
Uh,
All
Well,
right.
Artie's got
Awesome.
no comment.
that's
All right, well,
oh,
folks,
that
thank,
was me. I thought you were talking about Carmine keeps forgetting the
No,
parts. That's a little
Carmine,
more.
Carmine.
He said
All right.
Carmine. Yeah,
well, folks,
Carmine.
thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. So Kill the Beautiful from Screen Taker coming out September 23rd from Deco Entertainment. You can get your pre-orders now going on. You guys can check that out. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it today.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Yep, and if you
Thanks,
folks
Robert.
out there want to know more about us, you have comments or questions, please feel free to email us at talkingaboutrock@gmail.com. Like us
Yeah.
and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And for this video right now, it'll be on YouTube, but you can catch it on all the streaming services coming really soon. Guys, again, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank
Sorry
you,
I was late.
Appreciate it, man.
Did I
That's
miss?
all right. We won't let you forget, though. All right,
The other one?
bye-bye.
You know why I got relatives here? It threw me
I
off.
hear you. No problem, Vinny. Have a good day, man.